Alright lads and lasses, I'm going to tell you all about orange wine today. Before we start, I need to get my new orange wine plinth sorted out. You're going to love this. Look at this. I've got an orange wine plinth. Look at that. So, if you're going to make red wine, you would get your grapes, you'd press them, and then you would let the skins and the juice mingle together. And it's that mingling period where you get the colour, the tannin, the phenolic compounds. They're all extracted during that phase. So if you were to make wine in the same way but using white wine grapes, the result would be orange wine. Just because you're watching the Geordie Wine Guide, you think this is some new fashionable hip thing. It's not. It's something that's been around for many thousands of years. It's only in recent decades that orange wine has really become very fashionable. But the Georgians have been doing it for donkeys. Yeah, so the Georgians have been doing it for a long time. What they do is they put the grapes in these qvevris, which are like big clay pots in the ground, and they can let the skins and the juice sit there for many months. And that's the traditional way of doing it. The wine that you see on this plinth, it's an English wine. It's made by Ben Walgate, and he actually has qvevris under the ground, buried, from Georgia. So it's even happening in the south of England as well. So the term orange wine, I'm a strong believer that we have to use the word orange. So some of the Georgians use the term amber wine. Other people are calling it skin contact wine, or you might see skin fermented white wine, or you see all of these terms. Because we're using the colours to differentiate other wines, I think orange works best. But yeah, call it amber, skin contact, whatever you like. Even though some of these wines might be pinkish or a bit grey or not really that orange to look at, well this one is. But because we classify wines into red, white, rosé, I think orange is a good one to just slot in there as sort of the fourth category. So it's all about getting some extra texture, some extra phenolics, some extra herbaceous stuff. It's just like a white wine, but with a bit more substance, with a bit more stuff there, which is sometimes what you want. Because most orange wines come between white and red in terms of the style, it makes them really versatile and really good for sommeliers. So you'll see it on a lot of the great wine lists. It just works because some of the red wines are probably a bit too big and have too much tannin or might be too young. And some of the white wines might get overpowered by the dishes. So an orange wine is a sommelier's Swiss Army knife. So it's got that sort of drying, that tea bag on the tongue, that stuff you get from a red wine, whilst having those aromatics as well. And you'll find that some of the orange wines have got herbaceous, floral things that going on that you just wouldn't get in a white wine. So it's a great style of wine. To make an orange wine, you've got to have really healthy grapes. It's got to be balanced because you're going to be extracting some bitterness from the skins, and it's got to be decent quality grapes. So you're not going to really see orange wines in supermarkets. It's all small scale artisanal wines. Because they're doing that skin maceration, they're getting those extra flavors. They're taking what might be just some ordinary white wine and turned it into something extraordinary. So I really think orange wine, if it's not on your radar, it should be. Get yourself a bottle of orange wine. And try not to spill it down your shirt like I did. You can always get an orange shirt. Next time, I'll be raiding my cellar to show you some of my favourite orange wines to get you started.